TV Ghana, Matilda and Mas, sir.
Sure. As at now, with the current in some states of Ghana, when some know why piece na Obiala JJ Genete, the Nadam Kaku Ford and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Abana or NPP Abana Tedono, Obiala JJ Genete. Now, what's in there? We want to analyze and see there the current problems not occurred on the CCR, or just propaganda and they are true. Aberdeen Ebini will blame the government. Aberdeen Ebini was not a propaganda by NDC. Aberdeen Ebini was the certain people be aware outsiders who are Ghana Memo. They are the people responsible. Now I'm not saying that over a period the or a new force or a representation of Binuma back in Nigeria when you a particular person be now holding him as or a third political party. In the Ghana Memo, there's a lot of talks with that. Not saying that even though the third or party, maybe only as strong as the two political parties, which are NPP and NDC, it looks like this particular new force, what is in here? Now, on the bidding will be said, as so, Sadama not that, Abentina, Abana or Tedo, proposition or Abentina, why ye yam out to them. Yapadi you no corning in. There's a video here. My bachelor of the genesis of the issue. Now, when you will do to made through absolutely in some of the season, here we are. Yɛtumi abɔ no tɔfa na ɔwo nyinaa no yɛtumi a bit of a conclusion. So we watch a video now. This is the start of all the new force ɔbɛn no na nkɔfo wɔsi wɔn a wɔdi ho abɔbɔ ɔmɛnhwɛ video.
There is a billboard of an image that looks like a man with a mask on and the caption, "A new force."
The new force.
The new force.
The new force.
New force.
The new force. The new force.
The new force.
The new force.
This is the current trending billboards in Ghana.
The
We just wake up one morning and boom.
Finally, we have a new force.
Who is the new force?
The citizens are wallowing in deeper level of curiosity.
The new force. The force.
Who is behind it?
The new force isn't an individual, it is us.
The new force is all of us.
Yeah, a third force.
A third force is welcome in Ghana's politics.
Let's put our hope to the person and vote the person in.
Leadership for the next generation. A new force, a new Ghana, a new nation.
Embrace the change.
This particular video was cited in November 11, 2023, which was just last year, just some 2 months ago. Now I'm saying that ever since this new force is here, hey, why did you tell them social media, baby? Now you're there, yes, sorry, yeah, billboards and then baby. There was BC Accra, BC Takrade, BC Kumasi, there, everywhere you go, the new force. Now, all you there, even though they don't know what said today, it's an propaganda with NDC, watch Abanemu, watch Abanemu with the NPP, not the NDC, will have one way, because as a test and said, NDC be a parole to NDC, NPP be a parole to NPP. But if they can get certain people away floating voters, also now they make difference to every election. So if you check in time memorial, we see with other jurisdictions, other countries, even in America, the people who make the real difference, they are the floating voters. It is like that in every election. And it is rightly so because actually one of them be over 10 voting age, which is 18, Ghana or 18 years. That particular age, and they compare other nations. Anyway, those new people now are attaining the age of 18. Those people now perhaps in the period they have not been voting. Now one should have 1 year in baby what to abano. Their mindset is being wallowed and they're being changed over a period of time. Even though 1 year MPP for the MPP, they support MPP because of one thing why. Obiso or not or two until Diamond Confirm why do two support NDC. Those people are called floating voters. These floating voters cause a change. Into other there, the kind of thing it's sitting there. I just get to there, yes, sorry, and I found that this new force, one billboard in which into even war said today, NDC from without nature because Martin the NDC will position. Instead, the Diamond not that say new force no say about that MPP no part to also but to am MPP. It's NDC but to am NDC, MP but to am NDC, MPP. Instead that all these people vote for their parties. The floating voters now. They will cause a difference in the elections. So those people know is what the new force is appealing to. If they should appeal to them, it will be hard for any of these two parties to make a difference. And this is all some assumptions, no some opinions from Ghana for. Now, ever since that Martin Wabasa, new force from Wabasa, because one spokesperson, no, it is be proved there on your Ghana. In some TV there, dama a spokesperson on your Ghana. Now, one of those see women as an immigrant in Pokwano, not according to our information or chede no kwa particular school be private or university be kwa wakana memo. You can check a private industry or university no so then you put the details of this woman. Into a spokesperson for a particular movement and a particular party in Ghana. What from the new force. Now one can say you are not from Ghana. Now one can say so cry sense you are going. There, I'm not saying that you're going on to Ghanaian there, but you can naturalize in on so many forms to become a Ghanaian, but you don't have your roots or you're connected to Ghana. How do you relate to the Ghanaian people? And that became a problem. And see, no spokesperson in see Ben now, yeah, you may do social media space and no one some buyer. Waka check nature, San Nankasan Poka, one for the real Ghana man, not get the right thing. In theory, not that they had to deport her. When you know court case now, they at least they had to deport her because you cannot come into Ghana and come and show us what to do. It's some no enyim na bi no work there. Bawumia, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, no in that for the one why I thought today, but they don't have any proof. Now, as at now, no, yetum no, yenya the billboards. They mum no one thing about the billboards in there. It came with a mask. Into the nyimpa na, osha mask nature no, ne yenyim. Into the spokesperson na ne yenyim no. Abuse spokesperson for abuse. Into ye kunim ne yapede bi said into new force into max na wadre ba na otden sana yipa o max nechi yipa o max nechi na spokesperson akasa na wodi port no kodu UK na akasa na wetu we reveal there that may yipe you know behind the max na no you be a dwintinte there one no botu why behind the max one up there Ghana what no daba because ala kojo chamantis on the max bia into abandon the new force one and oba surprise is a very young gentleman or for the cheddar. And Cheddar is well known in Ghana as a young political activist. Then with that Cheddar, and he's a rich guy, very rich guy, and very successful. And Abio Sibnya bonus spokesperson bonus in a hey became a bit of a trouble. I'll mention the announcement.
There have been many great revolutionary leaders throughout the history of Africa. Kwame Nkrumah, Nelson Mandela, Patrice Lumumba are some of the most impactful visionaries whose influence can still be felt in today's society. The likes of great leaders haven't always been favored by the democracies that are apprehensive of revolutionary change. Today, we witness the unveiling of a young visionary who has the zeal, power, and wisdom to move this continental growth. I want to congratulate the new force on the unveiling of the man behind the movement, Nana Kwame Bediako. The vision of one man to make Ghana and Africa great again is what unites us. The time of youthful leaders has come, a new generation who understands development and renovation of the continent. Standing by the new force means choosing a brighter future for Africa. I go by the name Shali Abuzi, speaking on behalf of the new force, reporting from Parliament Square, London. Congratulations once again to the new force on the unveiling of the man behind the mask.
Intiwonia, that lady here, evening, all the word deporting, Shali Abusi. We deporting because no Ghana and you are speaking for a political party, literally a movement. No Ghana and you are speaking against the government, speaking against the political or social school of Oya Ghana, and it is not acceptable. Say, if you are not from Ghana, you can never speak against the political social school and other certain kinds of. No, you cannot do that. You have to exercise a lot of decorum. Because I'm telling you that Ghana and you could do UK. Let's ask to criticize or one government now. Certain people be in particular. See, you will not take it easy because you're a foreigner. You came. Now, one thing in there, you can express your views as even a foreigner, but you should know their limits. You're going to know what's the freedom of expression has a limit. No. Now, one can say, what will come more? No, but then, all until what's there, you know, so we are seeing a ZC Casano, or them may be no more shady, and maybe no more take it to the end is if you know charging the but whether or not, some near true. Martin, there's also been a twist to this whole thing. Since a year, the man behind the mask, well, since you are the year there, billboard notices one year to me the whole issue. Name no abedin na see is causing a problem within Ghana. And yet it's causing a problem because of the way third force. There be another way the new force. But I'm not saying that. Now not Dr. Kufodu, not Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, according to them on Kofi, one more go ahead. They want to know 1 year program be a one oil the new foundation. Now the Dama convention or Babayano, no Babayano Independence Square. By November 2023. No one go ahead. Into the 7th of January 2024, na Dama particular new force or Babaya program be. Na chede out of nowhere, Dama in the brain obey program nara. And all of a sudden some military strike be called or Saki police in Namudifi. Chede everything was cleared. They stopped the program. On the one baby na watch about the Nad Dan Kwaku for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. They want to watch identity. Because they feel that this new force watching because if it was Kirk and Yemi Bebre or Yasamo. And when you don't have any kinds of proof, actually look at some of the propaganda on social media. Us ibisi there iwe bongo ideas. Us in order to stop Cheddar and the new force, the NPP government revoked the residence of work permits and work permits of spokesperson. The Cheddar NPP abano the residence of oil, the residence permits, the work permit of oil spokesperson, oil shall abuse. Obama they were revoking each other, will cancel that particular oil permit. Then another one, so another propaganda was spreading there. They succeeded in deporting Shalima Abiusi in Belgium. Woman or Belgium, when you got in Belgium, the Chede, Wabomaza were deporting. No more today be. Also now they have used military and police to stop Chede's mega convention. Emubia. As something you know, Emubia. They have used all kind of machinations, and this is on social media, and everybody is talking about it without proof. Now, also the Cheddar was expected to be unveiled as the new force at the Black Square today. In the Cheddar program, that particular program, and they were supposed to review the main man. But Sadama Mbada, you said there, you see the there, he's actually the one behind the whole thing. Spokesperson again. Enti yesanso ye nyesheda nankasa na sheda nankasa wakasa oye na kwami bedi akono woboneze no nankasa wakasa na Martin there, he's a very young guy and he's quite successful when you may be or and he's much more enjoyed. Now yesheda my video.
I am Ray Christian and I'm here. I'm not here to take your value. I'm here to add value to you. I discovered that the land that we belong to had so much wealth that until we turn it into our own, our economy will never be sustainable. And we cannot forever live in our countries with a box economy. I needed to create a middle income economy without being a part of the government. Why so? Because I believe it's part of my responsibility. I took a different path. My movement, my foundation, my groups, and all of this have acquired some wealth, but the wealth that I reinvest back into society, it has become a part of my mission to make this change. I believe that I belong to Africa. I am a son of this soil, and I can add value to humanity, and I came here to do that. I came here to add value to this world and to nature. I am not going to live here without God even being proud of me. And when I'm not here also, I want you to remember that I came. And I want my absence to be felt. And for that reason, I know you're looking for the man. And the man in the mask is sitting in front of you.
On our to know, the man behind the mask is the one sitting in front of you, confirming as some or your spokesperson, Shali Abiusi the Ken. Indeed, he's a young man, he's an African, we relate to the African soil. But spokesperson, no, your Belgium, Shali Abuse on your Belgium, in a season with deporting. Indeed, as at now, no conventional pedoya, no pedo review the name, no pedo review name, or review or emotive, or review certain things, be not the whole Ghanaian space will know him. In all of a sudden, then that made you bring down there was a military strike. That man summon one or cause a bit of oil. The military has to come out to be able to oil what they give a particular oil reason why that man military strike number out. Yeah, that man the propaganda will still go on. And this is election year. And if you don't take care, certain propaganda or it will overtake you. Abashano, you are supposed to win the election. No will overtake you. Now they are talking about it on social media. Sebeka first video na mobile mona. When they came for everybody was talking about it. But when Chama we deported a spokesperson no got some sibe no nye Ghana ni na or a bit of a worker nature sana or immigrant at a we Ghana name na onye will be a proper permit no. Before you realize no, it was gaining attention. Since no, the convention over by one cast over and one of the most important things the convention or invite a lot of people. Hey, a lot of great people within Africa. Because I told you the guy is very successful. He's a very, very young guy and he's very, very successful. And one of the people who invited was Zimbabwe, Dr. Arikana. And I've been following Dr. Arikana for a long time. Dr. Arikana Besiaba, he spoke he spoke against certain things with regards to francophone countries, which is France, the francophone countries. There's one of the things I make about Dr. Arikana there. Or can't say me being with the automatic when you go to oil francophone countries today, Togo, and Cote d'Ivoire, and Adana, they still pay taxes to oil the France government. Yes, and it was revealed by her. No, come on, baby. And the countries don't seem to talk about it. Now France good or those taxes. And Dr. Arikana came from Zimbabwe, and I keep on to listen to him from that particular day. Professor Claude Lumumba, Kenya or a lawyer, in with there, he's on an answer Pokrano Chado, or can some Chado. And this is not the first time upon Lumumba Wabagana. He has been in Ghana several times, Waba University of Cape Coast, Waba a lot of speeches. So he's well known. Julius Malema is from South Africa. Hey, South Africa EFF party na. Hey, na me say so chaba the government and whenever he speaks, it travels everywhere. Now, one of the most important people on this list is Peter Obi, Nigerian, and he is actually representing the third force in Nigeria. Until he will better relate to him. Julius Malema also relate the third force in Oye, South Africa. Until you also relate to him. Paul Lumumba Suyobia or a Pan-Africanist, he speaks for Africa. A certain things, certain loot and share because Africa. African corruption has from politicians, from political parties. Now, the thing with that, Dr. Arikan also the same thing. With that, all of these leaders, they're very well known in Africa. How was he able to contract all of them? There was a post by TV3 Ghana, government stops hosting of the convention in Accra. Now, show. Government stop hosting of the convention in Accra. Government. For you to say government, no, it means that perhaps you have a particular oil proof to say so. And what is their proof? This is the proof. The new force, no, the new force, no, or foundation of the New African Convention. The New African Foundation, the New African Foundation. Now, ever a time, one month go ahead, one year program, no, the Independence Square now, and the 7th of January, military strike, baby, was sake police, was sake BBI, feel will stop the program. No one will release it. No one blaming the government there, it is responsible. Also, the convention. For immediate press release, the convention, a Pan-Africanist event, which was to take place today at the Black Star Square in Accra, Ghana, has been cancelled by the government. Into Naoma, do media houses like TV3 also offer as the government because this particular the new force, they are blaming the government for trying to make certain things to be able to to reduce them to nothingness. The government the interest in them down. This is what they said. All media houses, this is how they spread propaganda. Also, we regret to inform you that the government has cancelled the above Pan-Africanist event, which was to take place today at the Independence Square in Accra, Ghana. All the special guests have arrived, and thousands of people have come all over Ghana, as well as around the globe for the historic event. We have just been informed that the event was approved by the government in November 2023. This event was approved by the government in November 2023. Now, this came as a shock to us, as a devastation to our dignitaries and special guests who flew in from around the world. We at the New African Foundation apologize for the inconveniences, and this may cause to our audience and the public alike. Please be aware that this situation is and is beyond our control. More to follow. Me say that more to follow now the show on deep. That more to follow now. I'm telling you there, at the new one, it is a propaganda. And I will wish there, if the NPP government say if they are going to hear this, which I know they will hear, don't follow some of these things. Let them carry their things, let them go on. Because the more you try to say, or you're true there, there are certain people within NPP. What you about it is true NPP. Now why that matter? But they be a new papa could be maybe or you're just a member, maybe or use or no so maybe a prowess now they just to be able to stop it. You know, NPP supporters can do things. NDC supporters can do things. Obiya na today. Someone may be at the back, but for you to see a military strike, and not the military, they saw something. Maybe some danger was going around that particular place. Maybe they cited maybe national security with or collaboration with Ghana military, Ghana army, and Ghana military. You know, they cited that there's some trouble, and there'll be perhaps there can even be a suicide bomber. You may never know. Now you may never know. This is not to cause fear and panic, but you may never know. And if the military was able to hire the space or the crowder, you may never know. Maybe it saved a lot of lives. And you have to wait for the military. You have to wait for them. You have to calm some nerves. But see, blame the government just because they gave you the go ahead in November 2023. Definitely, a particular agency is handling the Independence Square. Definitely. It is that particular agency now stop war. It was the military. Until you have to get a lot of proof to show that it is actually the government. But as it were, no, Obiana some Obiara Kakan, some Nanya, a veteran actor, Akofa Ijani. In fact, she's well known in the Ghana movie industry, and I really like her because the movies na some cabin as no or some name there. On you pay for being guardian within Ghana with regards as Ade Okodi. And Nagasan or new baby because of there. From even the letter was submit, that man new force was submitted. Then some of states, she can really confirm nyama be. Then some of can be a bit of a secret. So I woman corner and make conclusions.
Three most favorite Pan-Africanists living now. You know, speeches from my three most favorite Pan-Africanists living now. You know, from me, I'm a Pan-Africanist and a culture activist. And somebody like Pierre Lumumba, I've been wanting to interview him. Dr. Rekana, she's oh my goodness. These three people, I love them to things because I'm a Kenyan system. And as a Pan-Africanist, I identify with them and what the work that you're doing. It's a matter of my I don't have to take a plane to go and listen to them. No. So I came to listen to them. Unfortunately, you say you're cancelled. I think there was a military invasion here. They sacked all the policemen and everything. And so I think it's a sad day for Ghana. Honestly, I'm so sad. I'm so disappointed. And I hope, say, Dr. Rekan and Nikia or Mobekasa for social media. I'm for the whole world near so because I think it's a disgrace to Ghana. It's a disgrace, honestly. Because for more advertising, they're winning. So whoever stopped it, if you wanted to call the organizers and say this will not be allowed, you should have done that and not the night of the event. The canopies, maybe see the people who are here in the country, they've been flown in, paid for musicians. Look at the hundreds of thousands of people here. Now, with the military, are we in the military era? It doesn't make sense. So if there was a cause or a reason, that should have been done before tonight. So I think that is a disgrace to Ghana. And this is a really sad day because these are international speakers. These are not just mere people who don't know what they're about. And I came to listen to them because they speak truth. And for me, I love people who are bold, who look in your eye and tell you the truth. So they tell the truth. After Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, all those founders before, Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King, that's what I'm calling and so there's a new crop of people who are paying more casa for Africa. Now you met here one more cancel. Say James. Obi Bese because of why? It's me maintain and I think this is one of the darkest days in Ghana's history.
Them written as what's there to her no, because of the work cancel or the convention without any prior notice, any reason. Now, why the oil go ahead? Why a whole advertisement? Because it's all over Ghana. The third force, new force, it's all over Ghana. And so, that very night, the military strike by where the special be more correct. As some know why, as some internet certain people are actually blaming or certain people in government, especially with regards to one can say Messi Magana, Messi Martin or Otano. A typical bit can just trigger all propaganda before you realize that now, Bukrana, in a wide in Papa Buka, within the crowd, I say, Ghana don't know your home. In some words, up to the meal. Messi, who cram when Mukrana, but shine the Wabano. This is how Ghana is. If you don't take care, we will say with it. Now, let's look at what actually happened. Timer. What actually went wrong? No, these are pictures, the videos of the canopies, everything was erected. Everything was erected. One more they were flying in, were flying in. Eesh. Serious. This is they are unpacking them, their things and they are moving. This is Independence Square, a big space. Serious. Serious. Fiungwa. Ngo CCC. This is serious. All of them made to this the space. A dome, even the convention. A dome our bay. All over Ghana, people screaming here and there. You see, as at now, no, no. Now, there was this particular comment to be a trigger. There was a particular comment to be making or trigger. Mama minya ajen, mama minya kind of some kind of yibi kakra. Now, Martin there. Nipa na organizing your shedder or nana asibedi akon. Now, in fact, there's this thing I feel there he also has to take into consideration too. Now, Martin, I Ghana mehi ma let's say you want to do a bit of politics. No. You cannot contract all the services and then kind of like see yourself with other people from other jurisdictions and use it to do your politics. Why them are you selling Ghana? Why them are you selling Ghana? That kind of thing. Into the other people are also giving the the opinions there. Now one can say no, how do you want to internationalize our problems? We have certain problems within Ghana already. Now, because you want to kind of like capture political power, another you want to represent the youth, another you want to be able to change the status quo, but at the same time, no, you are discussing our problems with the international world, or another with other countries, which they not do so with us. You never get an African leader, another African person be talking their problems with Ghana. Even though we feel that this is what Cheddar is doing, and they feel that it's actually the very core. It's against the very core of Mayeri. It's a certain moment the baby we're doing on why home. I have to say that why home. Because say you should on you don't call but it is so. It is so already. And as at now, you're pretty busy there. That the ways when you see this is and what is going to be the next. And I bet you there, say Echo read from the letter. It shows you very, very clearly that these people know they are not going out today or tomorrow. They are relentless, they are up to tax, and they are making sure that they give us more. If moving forward, no, you are going to tell us and give us more of this info and do more, then we should expect more from them. And if it is true that the government so it's not true that the government is free, but if it is true, then they have to come with evidence because media houses have started picking this. And before you realize, NPP will be made to. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he has to speak. If he feels that he's been connected to the whole thing now and he's blamed falsely, he has to speak. And I believe that as rightful as he is, he will have a lot of opportunity to speak. He should be able to speak and clear his name. Who is propaganda with ourselves? Must Ghana main room. In your made bonyo we are a fifth starter. Obia ni we bonyo because he ran started all over Damana. He bono Obia na Jonathan. Obanadama, if you don't take care, Obi or no by your hanam. Now I say with it. But in Shanka Yame, we pray that this will never happen. Now moving forward, you easy or your politics, you relate to each other well. Because I think one starts until we don't expect to have a lot of problems. But them not I've been ready. Obia will be or Obia will be. Until you will see her now moving forward in my crowd. na ekyiri abɔmmɔdzen na yɛdzi nkɔmmɔ. Mama Nkrawa wɔfrɛ mo sika na ebutum afrɔm afɔ nso na Mama Nkrawa ekyiri na yɛdzi nkɔmmɔ.